praise to Kahala Yahweh by Hashem Hamashiach Yahushua by Hashem Rikaha Kadash. I'm back to you with another straight to the point moment, doing a pre-camp video. It just got through raining. I was out here about maybe 2 hours, but it just got through raining, so I'm gonna step out and start doing actual camp. But I want to do a pre-camp video. I'm just dealing with more wisdom, as we live throughout these latter days, and we see things starting to become more clear and clearer as time progresses. We see more division, and we see more actually solidifying of things that are to come. All right, we are in that new covenant. There's no doubt about it. We are in that new covenant, and I've known that since I first came into the truth, because the new covenant establishes grace and mercy to those who walk after the Lamb or follow the Lamb whither he goeth, because that's our sacrifice. We don't have a lawful sacrifice that we can give to the Most High God that he would consider acceptable, all right? And so I've known that for a long time without having to come to this point where some brothers come to this point just now, where they be like, oh, we in a new covenant. Nothing that I did or anything else any brother said or did is because the Most High blessed them with their spirit. But we're just going to deal with general wisdom before camp. And this is the pre-camp wisdom I like to share with the brothers. So we're going to start off here in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 1. The book, Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 1. Love righteousness, ye that be judges of the earth. Think of the Most High with a good heart, and in simplicity of heart seek him. Verse 2. For he will be found of them that tempt him not, and showeth himself unto such as do not distrust him. Verse 3. For forward thoughts separate from Yahweh, and his power, when it is tried, reproveth the unwise. Right? You got a lot of brothers, including myself, within camps and outside of so-called schools, what they like to call themselves in camps, that have come to this understanding that there's a wisdom in these scriptures that's not according to the doctrine of man, but it's according to the doctrine of the will of the Most High God, man. All right, so we're gonna find this in the law. What is he speaking of that's pertaining to this that goes to the law? What is the righteousness? We'll go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, man. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6. I start at verse 24. And the Most High commanded us to do all these statutes, to fear the Most High our power, for our good always, that he might preserve us alive, as it is at this day. And you can see the mercy and grace of the new covenant all the way back to here, man. He's preserved us, that remnant, that seed, he's preserved us till this very day, that all Israel may not be wiped out, right? But he's preserved his remnant, his grape, right? Verse 25, and it shall be our righteousness. What should be our righteousness? And it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments before the Most High our power, as he hath commanded us. And that's past it, as he hath, past tense, commanded us. So this is even before Deuteronomy, man. All right? So this is the wisdom throughout the scriptures, all right? This is the wisdom that he spoke of. All right? And it's mentioned in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 1, verse 2. Let's pull that back up. For he will be found of them that tempt him not. And you'll have brothers come up and make, accusations saying, or to their understanding, that the Most High calls brothers to go off into sin because they read a few scriptures and forgot that there's a contextual meaning behind those scriptures. And it's not literally meaning that he caused them to go off, but let's just deal with it, man. For he will be found of them that tempt him not. What do you mean by tempt him not? The same thing that we tempted our Most High in the wilderness when we caused Moses and the rest of our brethren to go out because we disobeyed God. That's the temptation, man. We fell into our own sin. And God was tempted to destroy us then. And so this is what it means by tempt him not. Meaning we sin not against him, right? We sin not against him. Right? Let's get that, man. Let's deal with it. Go to Deuteronomy 6 and 16, man. Right in the same book. Look at Deuteronomy chapter 6. Verse 16. Ye shall not tempt the Most High your power as ye tempted him in Massah. And that's literally wisdom and weirdness, man. Let me read it again. Ye shall not tempt the Most High your power as ye tempted him in Massah. Verse 17, ye shall diligently keep the commandments of the Most High your power, and his testimonies, and his statutes which he had commanded thee. And so this is how we tempt him out. We keep the sayings that are mentioned in the word. And as you can see, I mean, a couple of the brothers have been teaching. Like I said, I don't like to go off into it, but the house of Saul and the house of David, because even David had a brotherly love that kept him sparing Saul, because he kept God's commandment on not hating his brother that's mentioned in Leviticus, man. So I have that same wisdom because I read the scriptures, and I pray that the other brothers who teach about the house of Saul and David had that same wisdom, man. Because at the end of the day, the brotherhood of us, the brothers that have been called to do this work, the brotherhood is everything, man. He's rejoining us back together. He's cleansing us of our faculties that we created in the past, both spiritually and carnally. He said, and he's redeeming us through the blood of our sacrifice, which is the Lamb. And those who believe will receive that mercy and grace, but those who believe not shall receive their condemnation in themselves, man. It's simple. That's the wisdom that's being pushed here in the scriptures, man. So as we teach and stuff, be mindful that even David himself gave Saul many passes and spared him, because he knew that the day that the Most High still chose him and put his spirit in, that at the end of the day, he was still his brother, man. Even though he dealt with him from a distance, he still knew that he was his brother. He kept that commandment. So in the spirit of David, in the spirit of Hamashiach, through the Ruach HaKodesh of the Most High God, Yahweh, man, that we keep those commandments in word, in spirit, and teaching truth according to his will, man. So that we don't lose our crown in these last days in our own ignorance. Just like Moses lost his chance to go into the kingdom because he let the children of Israel, which is mentioned in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 19, verses 16 through 17, how he let them cause him to go off, man, because his anger. He said, be ye angry, but sin not. Sin not, man. Sin not. Don't sin, man. Be mindful of the brothers, man. Be mindful in speech and don't offend, so you can be held blameless and be considered a bishop, man. And with that, I want to give all praise to Kahala, Yahweh, Bahashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Ruach HaKodesh, and death to America. Shalom, Maki.